Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of The Cloudy Vape. In this video we're going to be talking about the Zephyrus version 2 by Youde Technologies. So let's look at this guy. So here we go. Like all of your, well, I guess all of your Zephyrus, so your first one and your second one, you're going to get a nice little package. It's going to come with some extra goodies and also some stuff on the back. It's a little bit reflective, so you might not be able to see it. Anyways, here's the tank. Just hold this here while I read off the other stuff. So it has a drip tip, a tank, OCC coil head, a base, and also an RBA section. Rifling in the barrel, of course, and rifling on the drip tip. As far as height, it's 49 millimeters, excludes the drip tip. It is a 22 millimeter device, 304 stainless steel, Pyrex glass tank. Top filling capacity, juice mill capacity is 6 milliliters. That's crazy. Airflow is 7.5 millimeters by 2 millimeters, and there's 4 of those. So that is pretty cool. You're going to have airflow all the way around. And yeah, it's a zero. I can never understand that writing. Anyways, let me see, what else? The build deck, for the RBA build deck, the intake holes are going to be 5 by 2 millimeters times 2, and supports both single and dual coil. The OCC, the coil head, the pre-built coil head that comes with it, is made out of stainless steel base, not a copper or silver or anything like that, with a ceramic deck seating. It's a dual coil using Kogen Do, 100% Japanese organic cotton. And yeah, it comes in 0.3 ohm and 1.8. So that is cool. So I don't actually have a coil head to show, but they're similar to your original. So, you know, they're the horizontal dual coils. I guess real quickly, let's just look at this. So replacements, you have your glass, and then you also have replaceable O-rings. If you see right here, all your O-rings can replace. You also have some extra goodies in there, screws, O-rings, yeah, just some stuff there. So that is cool. As far as this right here, let me set this aside. So you see where the black O-rings are, that's where you would be able to replace with those other colors. So you have blue and red, so that's cool. Black is what comes stock, at least most of the time. Let's real quickly just look at this so you know all the specs. Here's your drip tip. It is a rifle drip tip. Looking right in there, not too bad. Nice wide bore on there. You have airflow or juice flow. Just turns, hot swap, turn around, fill it up, close it off, open it up, close it off. So that's cool. And those are probably about 2 millimeter by 3 millimeter. They're kind of Cylon juice fill right there, and it's kind of has a seal on it, so it seals it off nicely. So hot swap there, that's cool. Your airflow ring, like most of your Youde products, just pop off like that, and it goes right back on. It is adjustable airflow all the way around. You also have extremely tight airflow right there. It's like half of a millimeter, if not just like 1 millimeter. So then that's just a single airflow right there. If you want that mouth to lung type setup, you can do that. Or you can close these off, and it's quad airflow all the way around. That's cool. You have a press pin right here. Just a little bit of marking, says Youde, designed by Youde Technologies and stuff. When you take this apart, I might have to take it apart in a few sections. Let's take it apart. Alright, so this is going to be your RBA head. You have a glass Pyrex. This does come off. This is one piece, this top section with that O-ring. You'd basically just pop it off, put the new O-ring on if you want. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. So your deck does unscrew. This will probably just unscrew this part, but the deck does come out of the entire bottom section. Now I wanted to show you the single coil option. If I could pop this out real quick. Come on. Here we go. So the single coil option, It just basically blocks it off, kind of like your other Youde products. You have a little ceramic to silicone or some type of heat resistance rubber material. So that just pops directly down into it, and it does block off the airflow and the juice flow, so you can have a single coil if you want. As far as the actual deck you're looking at, it's very simplistic, just like your Goblin version 1, etc. Goblin. 4-post design, center block, dual positive, and you have a generous amount of room. You look down in there, those are your wicking channels. If you see over here, this is coil already built up. Wick down in there. It wicks really nice. One of my favorite RTA decks. So really not going to show the coil head much because I've already used it and abused it, took it apart and stuff. But essentially you would just unscrew this deck, pop in your other coil head. And I just really feel like it shines the deck, the RBA deck really shines more than the coil head. So look down in there, have some threading, have the grommet with a pin, and you just tighten it back up. And wicking is really simple, as you see right there. You just lay the wick right into that channel, barely into that channel, and on the other side. See that nice deep channel there? Just lay a little bit of cotton down in there. This thing wicks like a champ. No leaking or anything like that. It has a leak-proof system on it. The way it's kind of set up really helps with leaking. That just screws right back on, and that is threaded right there. And so what happens is this inner threading right there, inner threading on that chimney connects into that, and that puts it together like that. And then you just pop this on, and you're good to go, basically like that. So let me screw this back on. Last thing to note is you do have a little bit of marking right here. It says Zephyrus version 2, so Zephyrus 2. That closes off. You do also have a little bit of marking. Where is it? It's right along the edge here. Right there. So that shows where the airflow is open right there. And it basically shows like a little vapor or wind type icon thing right there. So just there. But essentially that's the Zephyrus 2. Real quick breakdown, and I enjoyed it a lot. I like the RBA more than the actual coil head, or the pre-built coil head. But it is a killer little tank. So yeah, let's talk about it. All right, so let's talk about this Zephyrus version 2. So I have the rebuildable deck on here right now at about 0.3 ohm. It's a dual coil. It's working really well. It's definitely working really well. Let's talk a little bit about the pre-built coil heads. My thoughts on them are they work really well initially, but they don't have a good lifespan, and that's just my thoughts on that. I don't know why I feel like that. I get a couple good days use out of them. Then after that, they just start deteriorating really quickly, gunking up real fast. But the flavor's excellent. The wicking's excellent. No big issues there. The only issue I really have with the actual, the coil head, the pre-built coil head, is it just doesn't seem to last as long as most of your other ones. So that's all I'm really going to say about that. But besides that, this is a huge step up from the original. The top filling is much easier. Just swivel, open, as you saw. Airflow is a lot better. A little bit less leaking, I guess you would say, the way it's set up. The deck is way better. Love this deck. This is easily one of my favorite RBA decks for a Clearmiser. I personally feel like this shines the most in your rebuildable mode, in your RTA mode. I'm just not a big fan of the current Youde coils, the coil heads. So that is just my that's my thought on that one. Airflow, great, adjustable. You also can tighten it off a lot. You can get mouth to lung if you want. You can get single coil, set up single coil if you want. Hot, just opening up this top fill is just such a cinch. And I think, 6 mil? What was it? I believe it was 6 mil juice capacity. 6 mil juice capacity, that's what it says. So, man. And the airflow says 7.5 millimeter by 2 millimeter times 4. Air intake is 1. It just says 01, so 1 squared. I don't know. So it is a 304 stainless steel, and yeah, I mean, it's money. It's money. The thing I like about this build deck is you just have so much room to build on, and the wicking channels are super generous. It reminds me a lot of like the Goblin version 1, but you have a lot more room on the deck, a lot more airflow, bottom airflow, Cylon bottom airflow. So those are just kind of my thoughts on it. It's also cool that it comes with the different colors of O-rings. That's good stuff. Definitely good stuff. Right now it has the black on it, but the different colors are cool. Different options like that. The rifling, I'm not a big fan of rifling in these drip tips and these chambers. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I haven't really figured out the difference. So those are just my initial thoughts on that. But overall, if I can put my final thoughts into it to just wrap up this little ending part a little bit, I think it is a top-notch RBA. The Clearmiser, while it works, it's really well. I just don't think the coil heads compete with what's in the market for the duration and the lifespan of the coil head. So that is that. Machining top-notch, build is top-notch, quality, all of that good stuff. Deck is awesome. Love it. Really no issues with it there. So take that for however you want. I would just definitely recommend this for somebody who wants to rebuild a lot and maybe have the option to throw in a coil head every once in a while. But I feel like this will really shine in the rebuilding aspect. Single coil, dual coil, you're ready to go. So let's have a little vape and wrap it up. So, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, thank you so much, Youde, for sending this out for review. I'm really appreciate it. I really enjoy it. I can't really talk right now, but I appreciate it. It's a very good device, and it works really, really well. Just a few little quirks I had, and that is all. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap up this review, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it. If you like my videos in general, please subscribe, and as always, stay classy and keep vaping.